All right, T-Subs and Squad. So, girl, I'm trying to get through all of these reviews that I missed. I got on a hat, so once I upload and everything, I know what video goes with what. So, I'm here for Chasing Atlanta. This is season 4, episode 7. Pull out the receipts. This episode annoyed the fuck out of me, and we about to talk about it. So it starts off with Oliver doing a photo shoot for Sephora. Shout out to you, Oliver. Listen, as painted on as your face is, honey. I mean, look, you better have gotten a brand endorsement with Sephora, CoverGirl, L'Oreal, Revlon, the crayon box, something. A Benjamin Moore paints, somebody, girl. Because the way your face be painted on, baby, you giving us real pure and one tease. Moving on. He invites Troy and Lauren so they could talk and work out their problems, or whatever the case may be. So then Troy says the next time that he throws a punch for Oliver and Oliver doesn't fight back, it's going to be a problem. Troy, you ain't going to do shit. Like, Troy, stop walking around here trying to act like you're that girl when we all know that you're not. Nobody told you to jump into a fight that had absolutely nothing to do with you. And this is the real reason why I don't see it for you, Troy, because you's a fake, phony-ass, slob-ass bitch, and I don't see you for it. You were the same one that was outside helping throwing in contracts with Kendra and Wayne DePayne when they was running down on both Oliver and Lauren. Now you sitting up in their faces trying to throw punches and this, that, and it. Like, that's what I mean by being neutral. And I always knew that you was never really that girlfriend. You was only a friend just to have a fucking storyline. Because I'm still trying to figure out what the fuck it is that you chasing. Like, he pissed me off. Like, I can't, don't play on my intelligence. That makes me very angry. And I feel like this is all that Troy has been about this entire season going on. That's what he was all about last season. Playing on people's intelligence. Like he's smarter than somebody. Girl, you not smarter than the average bear. Get your damn life in order. Find something to do with yourself. So then... So Troy is once again mad about with Lauren. Come to find out she did a live with Oliver and Q, and some reference was made about people working a 9-to-5 weren't supposed to be on the show or whatever. But to let the people tell it, Lauren, you came Michelle's assistant. Is that not a working 9-to-5? Got you working day and night. Girl, sit your ass down somewhere with your delusions of grandeur. I don't see it for that bitch. So then Lauren gonna turn around and play a recording of Kendra calling her after the fight and saying, you know what, sis, listen, I ain't got no beef with you. We're trans sisters. We supposed to be in this movement together. The beef is squash, yada, yada, yada. Woo. So then Lauren's going to say when she sees Kendra, she's going to drag her. How you going to drag her? You going to drag her like Montel dragged you last season? Is that the type of dragging that you going to do? Lauren, sit your ass down. Kendra went to big girl jail. Girl, sit your ass down. Sit your ass down. Sit your ass down. Moving on. Oliver meets with his mama. I don't give a damn. I'm so sick and tired of seeing Oliver and his mama. Shout out to the mama. Mama Twix ain't never done nothing to me. I think she's beautiful. I love the fact that she has a great relationship with her son. Other than that, their scenes give me absolutely nothing. Moving on. So, wait. We're going to move on after a quick word from after these messages, honey. Okay, girl. So now Lauren meets up with Cameron so that they could catch up and talk. Listen. Cameron, I like you. Okay, even though Sky cleared your ass so damn good last season. At the end of this thing, Cameron, I was worried. I was nervous. I was scared for you. I didn't know whether we was ever going to see you again after that nasty gay ass reading that Sky put upon you. Girl, I didn't think I was ever going to see you again up here in these streets, but I see you still here. And I like Cameron. But Cameron, I really want to see you doing something. Like, I don't want to continue to see you in passing. We're already in episode 7. And it's just, we're seeing you in passing. We seeing you. We seeing you. Like, we see you, then we don't see you. I'm gonna leave it alone because I like Cameron. I really do. I'm gonna leave it alone. I'm just bringing it up. So Lauren takes some ownership as best as she could, where her and Cameron's friendship is now. I am glad that the both of them were able to just sit down, talk, bury the hatchet. Because if they are real friends, I want the friendship to continue to grow. I don't want to see real friends' relationship gets thrown by the wayside over miscommunication or misunderstanding. So at least they was able to sit down and get to the crux of it all and move on. So Cameron invites Dominique so that they could talk a clear air. Girl, Miss Lauren walks off doing the confessionals when asked about Dominique, saying that he wants camera time. Now, a part of me do, because I like Dominique, but a part of me do kind of feels like a small portion of that he did want to be on camera. But at the same token, I can't lie. I get it. That's that man's sister. That's just like if that was my brother. I wouldn't give a damn if it was something that happened between my brother and this dude 10 years ago. If I know I'm going to be up on this thing and there's a situation that was there that happened and it never been brought up and we never talked about it, I would much rather go on ahead and just talk about it so that we could just, it can be done. It could be done and it could be squashed. So I understand both sides of it. I do. I understand both sides of it. But I am glad that Lauren and Dominique both sat down and said, listen, you got it off your chest. I'm glad that you did. Now we can move on. Now we can see where things go from here and it could be straight. I will say this. Oliver needs to stay up out of everybody's business. I don't feel like it's Oliver's place to be so quick to run up his tail. Oh, well, I heard this. Oh, well, I heard that. Like, I honestly felt like it wasn't Oliver's responsibility or place to even go up to Lauren and tell Lauren anything about what Dominique said, because it wasn't that deep. Like, even the way that they sat down finally and was able to talk. Nobody yelled. Nobody cursed. Nobody, I mean, well, except for the bitch word, but y'all know how that go. You know, nobody yelled, screamed, threw plates, cups, glasses. None of that. They were both able to sit down like two grown-ass adults, figure out where the problem lies, what can we do to fix it, and where can we go from here. I was with that. Cut out the middleman shit. Moving on. Amani gets Lauren all the way together in her assessment, and I had to agree. I feel like, Lauren, you really need to humble yourself, sis, because at the end of the day, you are a transgender woman. So many of y'all are getting slaughtered out here day by day by day for simply being yourself. You don't even have to trick nobody. But the fact that they know that you're walking around and you're more than what you say that you are or what you're trying to be, you're targeted. And I feel as though you're living your best life. You really need to humble yourself, sis. You really need to humble yourself. Like, straight up, no chaser. Humble yourself before you wreck yourself. I was with it, Imani. I was with it. Moving on. Whew, Lord Jesus. All right. So Oliver is in the studio remixing Monique Samuel's diss track to scary-ass Tweety Bird face Candace Dillard drag queens. And he invites Rico with a K because he wants him to be on one of the songs. So they got to talking about the situation that happened down to the fight. I don't know why every scene where we see Oliver in, he just has to ask about the situation. And I love Rico. Rico says that there were wrongdoings on both sides and they both need to take responsibility. And he's absolutely right. Although I feel like Kendra's feelings are valid, I do feel like she popped off that whole situation, that whole sit down, and she needs to take responsibility for that. At the same time, Oliver moves like a snake, and he needs to take responsibility for that. So then Rico says, Both that after Oliver gives this whole spiel about, well, I don't talk about her in interviews. I don't make diss tracks about her. I don't do this. I don't do that. So then Rico says both of them has done some fucked up things. He said he saw Oliver talk about her looks, her career. Now you want to act like you never done anything. And Oliver, and I like you, Oliver, but that has been my whole issue from the very beginning, which is why I said Kendra's feelings are valid. You've done that. You have done that. You have thrown shade at her performances. You did that last season when you went down to her damn listening party. Whenever you sit up amongst Lauren England, you sit up and you throw shade. You've done that. They have you on camera doing it. And that is my whole thing to you. Stop sitting up here throwing a rock, hiding your hand, and then when it gets brought back, you want to sit on your hands as if you haven't done shit. Like, that pisses me off about him. It really does. And it goes back to what I've always said. Kendra's feelings are valid. Even though that she's going about them all in the wrong ways, her feelings are valid. And I was with Rico. Come through, Rico. Come through. So then Dominique, Rico, and Oliver have a triple date with their boyfriends now. King, KB, KD, and Rico, they're not really boyfriends. I guess Rico's trying to get it to be that way with him. Which, okay, I'm down for it and I'll see it and I can accept it. So while they was in the middle of the talking and eating and Oliver says that he wants Lauren to come do a song or a hook or a rap verse with him and Rico. And I just want Lauren to do hair. Like, Lauren's whole thing since she's been up here is hair. I'm the hair guru. I'm the hair queen. I'm the hair this, I'm the hair that. I just want her to stick to doing hair. I don't want her to make songs that nobody is ever going to buy or listen to. I'm just going to be real. I feel as though the only people that need to be doing music on this platform are the people that really do music. Oliver, Kendra, Rico with a K. Those are the only three people that I want to see do music. I don't want to hear nothing from Lauren England. I don't want to hear nothing that she's on. I don't want her featured in a damn thing. Moving on. So then Dominique asks why Oliver brings up the conversation with Lauren before he had a chance to talk to her. And then, then you had Rico chiming in, and it made very much sense. And then Oliver gets into her feelings and in her bag, and she goes upstairs to take a breather because she feels like every time she gets amongst these people that they're always running down on her about something. But this is the thing, Oliver, you give them something to run down on. That's the sole reason why Q had an issue with you. And again, it lends itself to why Kendra has such a problem with you. Like, this is what we're talking about. I'm all down for the mess. But stand up in your messiness. Like, I was like, even if Dominique came to you and told you what he did say, he did not say that for you to go run off, to go to tell, being so quick to tell Lauren, well, girl, I sat down with Dominique, and girl, he had a lot to say about you, honey. Like, when you present it that way, that does make somebody feel like, oh, well, let me sit down, because obvious this bitch got a problem with me. Like, that, like, stay out of it. If it has nothing to do with you, if it's not making you no money, it don't make you no sense. Stay out of it. That's basically what your boyfriend Quan was telling you in the last episode. Stay out of it. If it has nothing to do with you, if it has nothing to do with Oliver, if it's not giving Oliver anything, stay out of it. Stay out of it. But y'all, that's all I got. I ain't got no more to give you. This episode was decent. It was decent. They're starting to. It's okay. Okay. I'm with it. It was decent. It gave me 15 minutes of something to talk about. Y'all drop down in the comments. Y'all let me know what y'all felt about last night's episode. And I'm going to see y'all in a few for when I get ready to do this live for Real Housewives of Salt Lake City. Somehow let y'all till then. Bye.
What you're given, that's how we live it. Don't be mad at the system, it's simply how we've existed. I hear a lot of people talking like they politicians and choose to be an accountant because it's safe in the business.